Starting over can feel like the only option when life becomes too heavy, and for Sarah Ferguson, that moment may have finally arrived. According to new reports, the former Duchess of York is seriously considering leaving the United Kingdom altogether as the fallout surrounding her past ties to Jeffrey Epstein continues to shadow her life. And while the move isn't confirmed, insiders say she's looking toward a future far away, possibly in Australia, or even Portugal. But there's one thing stopping her: her daughters. Sources tell the Express and Daily Mail that Sarah, now 66, has become increasingly isolated inside Royal Lodge, the home she long shared with her ex-husband, Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, formerly Prince Andrew. With Andrew preparing to leave Royal Lodge for a new home on the Sandringham estate, reportedly funded privately by King Charles, Sarah is said to be packing up her own things and reassessing her life entirely. Royal commentator Phil Dampier claims Sarah has been leaning heavily on her sister, Jane, who recently flew in from Australia for emotional support. The sisters have always been extremely close, and it was Jane who suggested that Sarah move near her in Australia, where the Duchess has long felt warmly welcomed. But it's not just Australia whispering to her. A separate report claims a guest suite is being prepared for Sarah at a £3.6 million luxury oceanfront villa in Portugal, owned by Princess Eugenie and her husband Jack Brooksbank. Neighbors of the elite Maldives estate say the word here is that Fergie will be arriving sometime in January. For Sarah, distance from Britain might be a chance to breathe again, to recover from years of scandal, headlines, and relentless scrutiny. A friend confided that Sarah has been consumed by regret, often saying, "What if I hadn't done this? What if I hadn't done that?" That remorse has only deepened since her leaked 2011 email to Epstein resurfaced, in which she called him her supreme friend, a message she later said was sent out of fear for her daughter's safety. But even with the growing pressure and shrinking social circle, friends say invitations have dried up overnight since Andrew's recent title removal. There's one tether keeping her from leaving: Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, and their young children. Those close to the family say the three women call themselves the tripod because of how emotionally connected they are. Leaving the country would mean fewer visits, fewer everyday moments, and far fewer chances to be with her grandkids. Like many families with loved ones on the other side of the world, she would miss her daughters and grandchildren. But they could always visit, and at least she would be free to live again. So, is Sarah Ferguson truly preparing to leave Britain? Insiders say yes, and that the decision could come as soon as early next year. But until she decides whether freedom or family weighs heavier, the Duchess remains in limbo, surrounded by boxes, memories, and a future she hasn't quite stepped into yet. Don't miss the next big headline. Subscribe now.